Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Julian, and today we'll be speaking about Destiny, in particular the Warlock subclass Sunsinger, and my particular loadout, and why I like it. My first speech will go out towards other Guardians who are experienced and know the mechanics of this game. My second video will go out towards newcomers or other players that are a hunter or a titan and want to try warlock, in particular the Sunsinger subclass. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into it. First off, with a grenade, I like to use the fusion grenade. What this is it's a one-hit kill. So you throw that bad boy and it attaches to them and it's going to kill them in that one hit. I like to use the focus burst over focus glide. I love that initial boost of speed. I like to get where I'm going as quick as possible. As for my super, I use Radiant Skin. While active, Radiance reduces the incoming damage. So with my whole build that I got going on here, this is very important. Now for my melee, it's a toss-up. Some people like Solar Wind and others prefer Flame Shield. Well, as a matter of fact, the majority of people will use Flame Shield. I personally do not use Flame Shield due to the fact of all the nerfs that are going on and that have happened to Sunsingers in particular. Flame Shield just does not cut it for me anymore. I hit him with that melee and Flame Shield just takes too long for it to proc. It's almost as if it never works for me anymore. So I'd rather have something that's more consistent, such as Solar Wind. I like how after I hit them, my melee recharges, very quickly. And I love hitting them and seeing them fly, out of my face. Another part of my build I like to do is I like to build on recovery and toughness. This is very important for what we're aiming for here as well, okay? Our next step is Radiant Will. It increases the duration of Radiance, which goes hand to hand on what we're doing here again. When we have our increase of Radiance, we wanna be able to go out there and get as many kills as possible. Once you have your Radiance proc, it is a one-hit kill with your melee, which is why we want to have this Solar Wind. With this Solar Wind proc at the same time as Radiance, we get our melee automatically, pretty much. And what this Radiant Skin does is, since we're going to be up in their face, meleeing them the majority of the time, we want to be able to take that extra damage, okay? That is why we focus on toughness. I want to have my toughness as high as possible, as well as my recovery. We don't need agility because we warlock skip, okay? Next is Gift of the Sun. We want to have them 2 fusion grenades, okay? Just in case we miss one, we have that second one. Or if there's 2 enemies, we could toss one, toss the other one at the other one, and boom, we got 2 guys. We don't want to use Touch of Flame here because we don't want to ignite them. We're hoping to get that one-hit kill. So we toss that grenade if they're dead. We don't want to ignite them. There's no point if they're dead. Okay? Next is we want to have these gauntlets here. These are the Aspidian Aspects, which is one of the top tier gauntlets for a warlock. They're important because it comes with Snap Discharge, which increases the melee attack speed, which is crucial for our build here and what we're doing. Next is Energy Projection, which increases the grenade throw distance, and this is great for fusion grenades. We want to be able to toss that and make sure they get where they're going, okay? Next is our piece of armor here. What's so special about this is that it boosts it increases our armor when using a solar-based subclass, Sunsinger solar-based subclass. So this will give us additional armor as well, okay? Now this next speaking is going to be towards the newcomers. This here is the Sunsinger subclass for the Warlock. There's 2 additional other subclasses such as Stormcaller and Voidwalker. For this particular video, we're going to be talking about Sunsinger. What we like to use here is a fusion grenade. What a fusion grenade is it is a grenade that attaches to your enemy, and if it attaches to them, it is guaranteed to kill them unless they're in their super or some other instances. But for the most part, it will kill them if you get this attached to them. Okay, so this is good for newcomers because all you gotta do is throw it in their general area, and it will attach to them. Okay, even if you're off a little bit, it'll attach to them. Next, we want to have focus burst for that initial boost of speed. Okay, we want to stay away from balance glide because when you use this, what it essentially does is you float in the air. You don't want to be stuck floating in the air, especially as a new player. Okay, because when you go up against these other guardians that have experience and know what to do, you're stuck in the air. You're not going anywhere, and it's an easy kill. Okay, we want to have radiant skin you're a newcomer, so you want to be able to take as many hits as possible. You want to take as much damage as possible so that you do not die. Okay. For here, it's a toss-up. You might want to use Flame Shield or Solar Wind. It's up to you. But I think either of these will be great here. What Solar Wind does is when you hit them, it's going to send them flying in the air. Okay. So let's say you're stuck in a small area. There's no way out. You hit them, boom, it makes them fly away. Okay, so that'll give you time to recover. It'll give you time, to run out of there if you have to, or maybe when they're flying there, you could shoot them, and you'll get that kill. Okay. Next is you want to focus on a recovery and toughness. Okay, you want to have that toughness as high as possible, so that way you can take as much hits as possible, so that way you do not die as quickly. You also want to have your recovery, so that way when you're damaged, your recovery you'll regenerate health more quickly. Okay. Agility isn't important because what we want to do is we want to be warlock skipping. That way, when we warlock skip, it makes up for our lack of agility. Okay. Next, we want to have our radiant will, which increases our duration of radiance, which is our super. Okay, so pretty much what this does is it extends the time of our super. What's important about this is when you have your super, you get a one-hit melee kill when you have your scorch on, which is this right here. This is your scorch. Okay, so with this on and your radiance on, it's a one-hit kill. And another reason why this solar one is important is because when you hit them, and they'll die in that one hit, and on top of that, it'll regenerate almost automatically. Okay, and another reason why we have this radiant skin on is because that way you could take more damage when you're in your super. Okay, so remember that one-hit kill off the melee. And again, here we want to focus more on toughness. We want to have our toughness as high as possible. Okay, and that is why we're going for this one, not raw speed. We don't care about speed because we're going to be skipping, and we don't want to have, a little bit of everything. We don't want to jack of all trades. We want to focus on armor and recovery, and that's it. Okay. Next is we want to have the Gift of the Sun, which gives us an additional grenade. Okay, you're new. You're going to be tossing them grenades, and you'll be missing. I miss at times as well. But what this does is it gives you a second opportunity, a second chance. Okay, so you throw that grenade, you miss. It's okay. You have one more as backup. Okay. You don't want to have Touch of Flame because when you throw it, and let's say you get them, you're gonna kill them. Okay. You do not want to have Touch of Flame because they're gonna be dead. It's not very useful in this scenario. If you're using, for instance, Solar Grenade or Firebolt, then Touch of Flame is what you want to do. Okay. Next here we have the Aspidian Aspect, which is exotic gauntlet for our warlock. What it does is it readies our weapons quickly, and it reloads our weapon really quickly. As for the energy drain, that's not really important because that's only for a Voidwalker subclass. We're doing Sunsinger, so that's not important. It comes with Snap Discharge, which increases our melee attack speed, and we want to get that melee off as quick as possible. Okay, so this is very important. Next, we have Energy Projection, which increases our grenade throw distance. We want to be able to get that grenade, to reach the enemy, even if we're at further distances. Okay. The next important thing is each piece of armor will give you, a boost to your subclass. So you want to get a piece of armor that is going to match, the subclass you're using. So for this instance, we're using a solar-based subclass. We want to have something that's going to help us when we have that subclass on. So this is perfect, right? We're using solar-based. This boosts the solar-based armor. So when you equip this, you're getting an additional piece of armor to all already armor that we have, okay? This is our loadout. Go ahead and give it a shot. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Thank you, guys.